One of the biggest architecture mistakes I see in mobile apps today is developers putting way too much logic on the client. So let's say your app is talking to a database and the client triggers some action. Maybe it's uploading a post to your database. And then a bunch of subsequent processes need to happen. You need to update user stats. You need to distribute that post across multiple user feeds. And there's some complex backend processes that need to happen after a single process is triggered. What I usually see developers doing is placing all of that load and all of that logic on the client. And that just opens the door for tons of things to go wrong in your application, because at the end of the day, phones can be really unreliable. During an ongoing process, the user's internet connection could cut out, their phone could die, they could kill the app during the process, and you end up with a bunch of halfway completed database processes that ultimately really damages the structural integrity of your app and makes your app less reliable. So this is exactly where server-side functions come into play. And if your app is using Supabase as a backend, these are called edge functions. If you're using Firebase, these are called cloud functions, but they do the same thing. So in this video, we are going to go over edge functions with Supabase and cover what they are, why they make mobile apps more secure and reliable, why they're especially powerful for multi-platform apps or apps with iOS, Android, and web interfaces. And I'm going to walk through a real example from a Supabase marketplace app that I recently built to show you guys how edge functions work and when you should implement them and why. So let's go ahead and dive in. So what exactly is an edge function? At a high level, it's just server-side code that runs outside of your mobile application. So instead of putting critical logic in your client, like your iOS or Android app, you simply move that logic to a controlled backend environment. So think of it as a secure execution layer between your app and your backend services. We have a diagram up here to give you a visual representation of that. So your architecture goes from your mobile app only communicating with your server to communicating with your server, but then potentially activating some sort of trigger that calls or implements an edge function to then perform subsequent operations in your database. It could be updating data, deleting data, performing complex computations, whatever it may be. So essentially, you are removing load from the mobile app and placing that load onto the server, which is significantly more reliable. So let's go through an example of what that would look like in an actual application. This is the Supabase marketplace app that we have built out. There is a free series of this on our YouTube channel, and a pro course is coming this month with a bunch of extra features, including Stripe payment integration. So let's go through what that would look like. You go and purchase a listing, and it has to trigger some sort of payment process, right? And then in addition to that, you need to upload notifications to a given user to let them know that someone has purchased their item. And then you also need to go and update their profile stats to update their sales, items sold, items purchased. So there's a lot going on after a purchase completes. So if you were to place all of that load or responsibility on the client, you are leaving the door open for tons of things to go wrong. And you're also making the mobile phone or application work way harder than it needs to. So you want to take all of the lightweight stuff and keep that on the mobile app. For example, just triggering that payment request. And then all of those subsequent operations, completing the payment, performing the subsequent database operations like updating user stats, notifications, you want to place all of that load on the server. So if all of that existed on the client, let's imagine a purchase request goes through, but you fail to notify the user that their item was sold. And you might fail to update their total sales. So it looks like the item never sold in the first place, the user never ships it to the person who bought it, all kinds of things go wrong. So the optimal architecture for this would simply be to have the mobile app initiate a payment request and then have the server trigger subsequent cloud functions or edge functions in this case to handle the rest of those processes. Significantly more reliable, safer, and keeps the processes that need to happen in your application secure and robust. So if you guys want to see what this actually looks like in the code, I have the listing service up here, and this is where we attempt to make a purchase. So you're seeing here that it only executes a single database update where it updates a listing as purchased, and that then triggers our edge functions to activate all of those subsequent processes. So if I go and open up my edge function here, this is what that looks like in Supabase. It's written in TypeScript, and this will perform all of my subsequent processes. And if anything were to go wrong, it would simply re-update our database table to say, hey, this purchase failed, and make sure that it doesn't go through and look as if it was purchased, right? But ultimately, we are removing all of that load from the client and placing that load onto the server to make it do the heavy lifting and handle all of those processes that require more security or more reliability. So ultimately, guys, mobile apps often need to coordinate or orchestrate multiple services. For example, in this scenario, we have Stripe payments, we have database updates, we could potentially have an email service for emailing a client their receipt, notification services, and without a backend layer, your mobile app ends up orchestrating everything. And that quickly becomes a fragile system that's extremely error prone. With edge functions, your architecture becomes much cleaner and much safer. So the client only triggers one request, and then the edge function coordinates everything behind the scenes, or under the hood, as I like to say. Edge functions are even more useful when you are working with full stack applications, meaning you have an iOS app, an Android app, and a web application, all interacting with the same back end. So without a centralized logic layer, each client ends up implementing the same logic. And if you want to change something, you have to change it across all three platforms. So this gets extremely messy. You end up with a bunch of duplicated code. But if you just add all of that logic to your server and you just have each client make a simple request to the server, all of your logic is centralized in one place and can perform those operations safely. You get consistent behavior across all of your platforms. You get fewer bugs, easier maintenance, and faster iteration. If the logic needs to change later, you update it once, and every platform benefits from that immediately. And if you guys want to check out this app series, the first 6 videos are up on the channel now, where we build out this marketplace application, and the pro course will be launching in March of 2026 towards the end of the month. And that will include things like Stripe integrations and all of the extra features in the application that really make it production ready. Also, guys, quick note, this video is brought to you by Supabase in partnership with Supabase. And if you guys want to check out Supabase, it's an awesome backend as a service that includes everything you need to get your app up and running and to scale it to millions of users. So click my sign up link in the description. That really helps me out. Make sure you guys sign up on Supabase and check out these app series that we have here. And guys, also make sure you check us out at appstuff.io. We have a ton of amazing courses to help you on your iOS journey. Whether you're prepping for interviews, you're looking to expand on your fundamentals, we just launched this AI and machine learning course for iOS developers, test-driven development, Swift concurrency, and we also have this Pro Plus series that helps you learn how to build apps at a production level that can handle millions of users at scale. I took all of the techniques I learned when working at places like Meta and put them into these courses. And you guys can get access to our courses by becoming a member for just $49 a month, $299 a year, or you can join our lifetime membership, and that gets you full unlimited access to our full course library and resources as well. And if you guys don't know where to start, make sure you check out our learning paths here. We have multiple learning paths for everyone. Wherever you are in your iOS journey, you could be a beginner getting ready for interviews, you could be more of an advanced developer looking to level up your career, or launch a production-ready application that can scale. So check us out at appstuff.io. That's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Thanks to Supabase for sponsoring this video. Make sure you click the link in the description if you want to sign up and get started with Supabase, and check out the free app series that we have on the YouTube channel. And also, if you want to take it a step further, the pro courses are coming soon. So thanks for watching this one. Stefan here saying peace out.